So today, all right, we're still rolling with the Texas Shine. I still don't know exactly who bottles it. So, but it's out of Pilot Point, Texas. I think that's down south. What do you think, baby? That's where all the distilleries seem to be, is south of us. There's a couple north of us, which is Balcones. Or not Balcones. Yeah, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're totally misinformed today. But now this moonshine here, this is going to come in at 40% alcohol by volume, so it's only 80 proof. So this is going to be one of the lower end proofs of moonshine that we've had. So, what do you think? Now we've tried their pecan pie. It's banging. It's good. Mixes well, tastes great, straight on the rocks. Let's break into this. Now we know these are mason jars. We learned that last week.
Yes.
These are like pickle jars, so nothing for a mason jar will fit on these. They just don't. It's too bad because I get this all over the place. Now, did you want to drink with this?
No.
No, still don't want to drink with this. All right, so let's get into this because I've been dying to try this. Now, the proof's lower, and I don't know what that's going to mean as far as taste. Oh, this is going to... I can't ever pour these. Never. Okay, now the sweet corn is there. It's not very hot smelling.
Maybe it's like moonshine light.
Moonshine Light.
Like
You got Bud Light. This is Moonshine Light.
I mean, because it's not... Moonshine usually has a really high alcohol by volume. And
Yes, moonshine is usually kicking ass.
that is less than some of the whiskeys that you've tried.
Yes.
So...
This is on the really common retail side of proofs is 40. That's like everybody's achieve.
Yeah, but
number
every other moonshine that you've bought, I think, in
has
the
been
past...
100 and over.
Yeah.
It's got that sweet fermented corn smell. I don't pick up anything spicy. I don't pick up like a real hot heat. It's kind of like alcohol water.
Maybe that's what it'll taste like.
Now, I know their proofs like on the pecan pie is 35%. I was kind of hoping this would be higher, but I guess not. I didn't really look too close. I was like, oh, cool, Texas brand. You get a little spice in the front. And it's like a baby heat. Like I can... It's up in my sinuses a little bit. But it's not like that burst. It's a little sweeter than normal. So it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. And you can pick up the corn really good. But it's... How do you explain it? It's like a sweet corn taste. Kind of like the difference between, like, if you had just a regular corn or a sweet corn. I don't know if there's a sweet corn or regular corn, but some corns aren't as sweet as other corns. This has got like a sweet corn flavor. Like in a lot of moonshines, you'll pick up like a heavy fermented corn flavor. This is more like a churned corn. I don't know how to explain it. That's about how.
What do you mean a churn corn?
It's not like a heavy fermented corn flavor. It's more like a sweet corn. Like if you opened up a can of corn and drank the stuff, this is kind of what it'd be like.
That does not sound good at all.
It's not bad. It's really good. It's not that high of a proof. it's if you were like a beginner in moonshine, this would be a go-to because it's not that hot. You get the flavor, the starting profiles, the starting spices. So it's not bad. It's just lower proof.
Why have they never made an alcohol that like tastes like corn on the cob or something like that?
Well, this is pretty close. This is pretty close. I thought this would have a higher impact, but this is like a beginner moonshine. This is like baby steps.
So it's moonshine light.
It's moonshine light. Yeah. Moonshine light. I would love to. The flavors are there. If this was a really hotter proof, I think it would have been tastier. Because it's like super proof down for moonshine, and so that kind of for me kind of wrecks it. But the flavors are there. So, like it's a different flavored corn taste. It's a little bit sweeter. You got the spices in the back or right in the front where it hits you, and then you still kind of get them. But I would love to see this at a stronger proof because it's got potential. The flavors are there. It's different. I don't know what else to say. It's more like a white whiskey. How's that? It's the beginning of like a white whiskey. But for moonshine, it is a little weak. It's tasty.
But the flavored ones were okay.
The flavored ones kick ass.
Okay.
Because they proof them down with the flavors. This one seems to be proofed down with water. So, if it was a lot hard, at least another 10, 20%, it would be really, really good. Yeah. It needs something. So, I figured since it was such a low proof, I was gonna mix it with some liqueur today.
Oh, what's the liqueur that you're gonna mix it with?
The raspberry.
Oh, okay.
That's my problem. All right. So that's the Texas Shine. No, it's good. It's a beginning moonshine. So if you're afraid of drinking it, baby.
I don't know. I'm always afraid with moonshine that I'll go blind because
No. That's back in the day when they were using antifreeze and all kinds of stuff to mix it with. So I'm going to use my raspberry liqueur because that's, 20%? So give it that little extra.
Look at that. You almost made it turn the color of whiskey.
There you go. It's clear. It's distilled down right. It like I said, it's got all the flavors. It's just not hot. Oh, that's good. You want to try this one?
Since you said it's not hot.
No, this is a beginner's guide to moonshine. That's pretty tasty, huh?
There's no burn to this at all.
I know.
Like anywhere.
Well, I did mix it with some liquor, so.
Yeah, but I can feel the bubbles from the Canada Dry more than I can the alcohol.
But that's a pretty good mixed drink, huh? A little bit of raspberry liqueur with it. Some Canada Dry. That's a good go-to at the end of the day. So, okay, give it back. Give it back, woman! Thank you. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's a smooth drinker. It's smooth, doesn't have a lot of burn to it. It's got some really good flavors. It mixes awesome. It's just not really that hot. If it was hotter, it'd have a lot more intense flavors, and it'd have that bite you. But it's for babies, and little baby steps, like my baby.
You say that, but the reality of the situation is I'm never going to take another step. So
I know.
The fear is just too great in my mind. I just can't.
No, it's tasty. I enjoy it. It's like I said, if you had a friend that was like, I'm not trying that, it's too hot, that's your go-to. And it was $18.99, so it's a little above mid-grade for price.
Yeah, but there's so many other brands of moonshine out there
There's
that are higher proof.
For cheaper.
Yeah, and it seems like if you're going to mix the moonshine, don't you get more for your money with a higher proof? Or
Well, yeah, you're selling water at that point. So the more you proof it down, the more water gets added to it. So they've added more water, so you're selling the water. But don't get me wrong, it's still good. Like I said, if it was a higher proof, it'd be a lot tastier to me. It would have that sinus blast that so many others have.
Maybe they didn't make it to be mixed in with anything.
No, it's like I said, it's for beginners. If you weren't sure about moonshine, weren't sure about the flavors, this would start you off with the flavor profiles of moonshine. It's the baby step. It's okay. This is 40 proof. Next would be your 50 proof. Then it would be your 60 or 70 proof. 70 proof is when it's smoking.
Yeah, but then you'd find yourself out in the middle of the woods,
naked,
meeting a shady
with
guy
blood in your
with
face.
the truck
What
to
did
buy
I
something
eat?
in a plastic jug.
Who's that guy next to me that's naked? Oh my God, what happened? This is more like a sipper. For somebody that wants to say, I drink moonshine. But it is very, very low proof. So, no, it's good. I have no beef with it. I would just like to see it a little stronger. Because I want moonshine. I don't want moonshine.
Okay.
My opinions.
I don't think moonshine was very big in Texas.
No, it has been. It's getting more popular.
No, I mean before moonshine became legal.
We didn't have a lot of distilleries out here. Now there's like tons of distilleries.
Okay, but moonshine is made illegally. Like,
I've made it in Texas. And not anybody I experiment on went blind. How's that? And I think mine was like 190 proof. It was bad. It was super. It was like gasoline. I actually tried my go-kart when the kids were little. I put that stuff in the go-kart and it ran. It ran good for like 10 seconds, then it burned up. Anyways, that's what we got for today. Like, share, and subscribe. It's decent. It's a good beginner moonshine if you want to start on your venture on getting the flavors to taste profile to go. Like my baby, she'd be okay with this. And it's a good mixer. It doesn't have a lot of bold flavors, so it mixes really well. All right, we will see you next Friday for something. We don't have anything right now.
we haven't figured anything out yet. We'll see what we come up with in specs.
We'll have to get our liquor monger online. What do we need?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.